I used to think love was a drawing on the fridge. Stick figures, smiling faces, greater than, but no one ever looked. I would draw and paint repeatedly but none noticed. I wish they would just stop and pay attention to me. I'm supposed to be the little one, you know. You are never home, always out.
Stop yelling, woman.
Most times I would hear them arguing. I wish they would stop. Sometimes they wouldn't mind arguing when I'm there. I felt unseen. Finding love, I would ask why my parents never cared I existed. Can they just stop and listen? But sadly Seema never answered. It just stared back. I grew so fond with Seema that it became my best friend. I would smile and talk with it all the time. Now school, honestly, I greatly desired what other kids had, the laughter and fun time with their parents, especially being picked up on time by my parents. It never happened. I still felt all alone even when some kids sought to play with me. One day, while in the school park all alone, waiting for Dad and Mom, my teacher, Ms. Jones, seemed to notice and walked up to me. She said,
"Hello Amara, are you okay?
Good afternoon, Mom. I'm fine, thank you.
When you need anything, let me know. And don't worry, your parents will be here soon."
Okay, Mom. Thank you.
Ms. Jones always made me happy with her kind words. She was awesome. She cared and never forgot to always remind me of how special I was. Ms. Jones was nice and friendly but wasn't enough, and I knew it was time I made friends who would give me the love I never got at home. I knew I'd have had enough. I needed to have friends who would love me back. I remembered the lonely times and knew I couldn't go through that phase again. I started chatting and making friends.
I made friends, I mean lots of friends. I was determined to never feel lonely again.
I was happy and was popular, and why not? I was always reminded of how beautiful I was. I enjoyed the attention. And then I met Sean. We became best friends, but he wasn't enough. And then Mish, who always took me for granted, and so one day I asked,
"Why are you doing this? I thought you loved me. What did I do wrong? Why do you treat me this way? What exactly do you want?"
Come on, Amara. We were just having fun. It's nothing personal.
That lonely feeling I swore never to feel again came rushing. I kept scrolling through my messages, waiting for someone to call and speak loving words to my ears, but nah, it was far from reach. And then one day, while looking at myself in the mirror, I realized I was hurting myself and something had to be done very fast.
"Now girl, this has to stop. You are beautiful and special. I need to speak with a therapist immediately."
Few days later, I visited a therapist.
"Hello Ms. Peace. I'm sure you have read through all I sent. Please can you help me?"
Hello Amara. You've spent so much of your life trying to be enough for everyone else. But have you ever asked what you need? What love from yourself might look like?
I felt uneasy while she spoke, but I knew it was the truth. And she continued,
Love isn't just something we receive. It's something we build. And Yahoo, despite everything, are still standing. That means there is strength in you. And that strength deserves kindness.
And that was it. I felt the strength I have never felt before. I left her office determined to be the best version of myself. I wrote, I healed, I learned to see myself. Greater than to love myself. Now I know, I don't need someone to complete me. I just want someone who sees me. The way I've learned to see myself. The first time I was truly happy and at peace. Some weeks later, I visited Ms. Peace, my therapist, for a follow-up session. She was super excited to see me, and she said,
Welcome back, Amara. You look lighter.
I feel lighter, not fixed, but less afraid of the broken parts.
Have you been writing?
I wrote about the way the sun hit my face on the rooftop. How I smiled without needing a reason.
You're learning to witness yourself, not just survive.
Today I didn't chase love. I didn't shrink to fit someone's comfort. I stood still, and I felt whole.
I used to think love was something I had to earn. Now I know, it's something I can give.
That's not just healing, Amara. That's becoming.
Thank you for helping me find my way back to me.
I used to think healing meant forgetting. But now I know, it means remembering without breaking. Dear me, you were never too much. You were just waiting for someone to stay. I stayed, and I'm proud of you.